Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Market Update. BTC had a good close, not quite the recovery we were all hoping for, but at least it was a green close up 1.6%. Notice yet again that the price has not been able to push above now historical TBO resistance here at $124,474. I still think that the price of BTC will do well, that it will recover. I do think that Bitcoin will be moving up higher. And I want to make this super duper clear. Pullbacks are healthy. If we have a chart that just keeps moving up and up and up and up and up, there is going to be a massive, massive correction. As the saying goes, escalator up, elevator down. We don't want that. What we want are these nice little corrections that go up higher and higher, because when we have a correction like this, it actually gives the market a chance to breathe. Think of it like this way. I think I made this example or this analogy years ago in the Better Traders Club. You want to think of red and green candles like you're breathing. So it's not plausible for you just to hold a breath and go. You're going to reach a point where you can't fit any more air in there. Yes, charts can go parabolic, but eventually you're going to need to exhale. So every time we have these red candles, it's an exhale moment, which is actually really healthy. And I think because of I just realized the program I use to clean up my audio, I'm pretty sure it takes away all of the vocal breath sounds. So you probably just saw me going, what a great way to start the day. Am I right? Now, as expected, daily RSI did not push above 70 on yesterday's close. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really expecting it to if it did not exceed the previous day's candle, but I still have a really hard time seeing daily RSI exceeding this level up here at 84.79. If anything, we might see it continue to move up higher. Somewhere up here to like 83 would be incredible, but I don't think it's going to happen right away. If you can see, the last time this happened, we had a little bit of a correction and then it just started to lose a lot of strength. I don't think we're going to see the same exact pattern play out necessarily. And again, we have to think about seasonality. And we know October is a bullish month and I didn't get it prepped, but I want to share a little something with you guys, especially for all of you that just watch these videos every single day. You're awesome. And a lot of you already have access to the Better Traders Club, which is cool. But we have something in there called the Crypto Historical Monthly Performance Sheet. I'm sorry, my head's in the way. Let me pop myself out of here. So we know, historically speaking, based off of the last, 14 years of data since 2011, that Bitcoin has closed green basically 80% of the time. I think 8 out of 11 years it's closed green for the month of October. So therefore, our median performance for Bitcoin is 14% this month. Don't worry about all this other stuff. I've talked about this a little bit too on the Coin Bureau channels as well. But I want to go back over here to give you that idea of why I still think that BTC will be closing up higher. So if we just make this the monthly candle, make this really easy to see, don't worry about anything else like the TBO. If we're just thinking, okay, the median performance for October is 14%, and we just measure up 14%, that means that BTC is headed up to about $130,000. Median performance. What does that mean? Well, it means that there are some massive outliers. There are some months where it goes up 40%. There's some months where it only does 2%, right? So far, we've seen Bitcoin move up 10%. So just a little bit higher, 14% is basically right here at $130,000, which personally I think is very easy for BTC to do. I don't think that's outlandish or ridiculous at all. Again, because seasonality tells me that we've seen some really, really good previous Octobers. I don't think this is going to be any different, particularly because I believe this is a top year. Again, volume is looking really good. I don't remember the last time that volume honestly looked good enough to cause this yellow moving average to move up. That is an extremely positive sign. The last time we saw something similar to this, I wouldn't even say it's right there. I would say it's back over here, but it didn't last long. Like back over here in February. We really want to see volume moving up and causing the moving average to go up higher. The time where it was the best was back over here. And this is, of course, the US election pump, right? So Trump was elected. Everyone was really happy about that because they thought he was going to bless the crypto sphere, and obviously he introduced tariffs and did all this stuff and caused a lot of pullbacks, whatever. But this is seriously, I can't remember the last time we've seen volume this good for BTC. This is extremely positive. And on the 4-hour time frame, the reason why this has a light blue flag right here is because we still have valid TBO breakouts here from Friday last week. Even though we have a TBT bearish divergence, I still expect further price action, again, up to $130,000, which from the current price is only 5.7%. It's not even that hard to imagine BTC going up that much. Now, Ethereum, it did have an okay-ish day. Okay as in like it was green, but it really underperformed. Not really surprising there. But what's interesting to me is that it not only printed a second TBO Close long, which is bearish, but it also paused yet again at short-term overhead resistance, which is wild. Is that not wild to you guys? It is to me. So I still think that Ethereum has taken the back seat. I don't really see Ethereum as a strong leader right now. While it could push ahead of Bitcoin to help lead Bitcoin higher, I mean, the fact that BTC had a 1.63% recovery yesterday, but Ethereum had 1.75, it should have been like 3%, to be honest. Solana was much bigger. Going over here to stablecoin dominance on the 4-hour time frame, really similar setup right now. So we are seeing these two yellow dots. These are TBO breakdowns, and then we have two closed shorts, which I don't want to see. Those are bullish reversal signals. Basically, the same thing as what we saw back over here September 16th before we saw stablecoin dominance increase by 10%. This is when we saw a massive pullback, by the way, just so you guys understand. Same thing, two yellow dots, TBO breakdowns. We have closed shorts, and then we see stablecoin dominance increase up 10%. We don't want to see a massive pullback. I am leaning into the fact that because it's October, because we should be seasonally bullish, I am expecting and hoping and praying that we see this fall lower. I do not want to see an increase in stablecoin dominance because that always reflects an increase in fear and people selling. It's not a good sign. Others' dominance is still below this level of support that's been in play since back over here in July. It's pretty short term. One positive thing that we could identify, well, actually there are two, I guess you could say, is that we have a super duper minor RSI reset. An RSI reset is when this orange line, which represents the relative strength index, and I always use a length of 7, when it goes below 25 and then it crosses up. When it crosses up, that's the RSI, what I call a reset. Okay, this is actually a very conservative entry point. But the thing that's good about this is that having an RSI reset gives us a good entry opportunity. It's a good reversal. And the other thing is that we should and can use trend lines, especially when they are broken, whether it's a support or resistance line for RSI. And right now, RSI is starting to make a move where it could be breaking above and starting a new uptrend, which will reflect in positive growth for others' dominance. Now, that's a very nice hopium statement right there. But the main thing is that it's still bearish on the 4-hour. It's bearish on the daily. On the weekly, it's strong bearish. So please don't get your hopes up. I'm not really like super gunning for this to happen. I think it will happen. I think we will see others moving up, but not personally. I don't think others will start moving up until here, until like the second week of November. Then we'll see others move up, probably up here to resistance. So maybe by the time, let me go over here. Maybe by the time we get over here, it'll move up about 32% to 10%. And that's that. Then we're done. I know it goes against what a lot of other people think, feel, and hope, and wish, and dream, and imagine. But I just can't shake the feeling that everyone just feels exhausted right now. I'm exhausted from this market, all the chop. Bitcoin is clearly at an incredible price. It's also very much near the end of its bull market. And I'm seeing a lot of signals too. I mean, these are this is a bearish symbol right here. These two blue diamonds, these are TBO Close longs. They tell us that if you're in a long position, consider taking some profit out. One of these, it's like, oh, okay, that's not so great. Two of them, 3, it gets worse and worse. And we have a TBT bearish divergence right here, which is a pro tier indicator from the Better Traders Club. Total ES only has one TBO Close long. which still isn't great, but it's not as bad as having 2 like the dominance chart does. And yes, the total ES chart is still bullish. It hasn't really successfully, it hasn't pushed above TBO resistance here yet. We had 1 day closed above it on Monday, rejected, kind of had a return, but nothing really that bullish yet, to be honest. Total E100 is still looking pretty raggedy right now. It's just not strongly, not strong bullish like we've seen back over here in July, or even this recovery in early September, but these were both super short-lived. We are seriously due some sort of price action that goes like this. I don't know if we're going to see that, but again, the time in which we'll probably see it will be over here, and then it'll be something like this. That's at least what I think we're going to see. Others against BTC is reminding us yet again that as much as we want alts to do really well, right now it's still Bitcoin season, and it will remain Bitcoin season as long as this chart is going down. Right now, the price, or the others market cap against BTC denominated in Bitcoin, so 0.13, is in the cloud. This is called bearish consolidation. Bearish meaning down. Consolidation means it's squiggling all the way down. And the target for this is to head below the cloud, which changes it from being strong bullish to bearish consolidation to strong bearish. Just so you know, I know that there are some charts that are outperforming Bitcoin. That is true. But the others market cap, again, is looking at everything. Everything out of the top 10. So let's do total E100 against Bitcoin. Okay, so this is looking at the total crypto market cap, excluding the top 100. So these are all super duper low caps against Bitcoin. Notice the value here is now denominated 0.01. Where is it? Is it trending up? No. Was it before? Yeah, actually, we saw lots of low caps doing pretty well. There's a good rally here starting in August that moved all the way up here to September. This does not reflect the same kind of growth that we saw over here for others BTC. It's a different. No, it's the exact same thing. That's hilarious. But still, things are looking a little bit shaky right now, and there's just some consolidation happening as well. That's hilarious. That was so funny. So, before I go any further, I want to make sure you guys do not miss this. In the description down below is a link to check out our courses at the Better Traders, as well as the Better Traders Club. But before I get to that, 15 Minutes to Financial Freedom is a fantastic place for anyone to get started with automated trading using the AllTrading platform. I have my position still open here for BTC USDT. This is automated, as in the TBO opened up this position for me back over here on the recovery rally on the 29th of September. Now, to be honest, this is how it usually goes. When I look at the bot doing this, I'm going like, you want to open up a position here? Really? But the reality is that using this indicator, the TBO, you will end up getting some weird signals at weird prices. And you're like, are you sure you want to do that? But look at me now, like I'm up 9.5%, which is fantastic. And again, this is hands-free. It's just running. And I also use it for active trading. I use it for bot trading. I have this position that's still open here for SPX. I'm waiting for the price to shoot up a little bit higher just to get out of this trade. I am super excited to be out of that. And we will be looking at BMT, which is the bubble map token. If I knew, I would not have touched this thing. It's been a little bit frustrating to hold, but I'm sticking to my trading plan. I'm waiting for the price to go up. We're going to actually look at this one and others in a second. But before we do, again, there's a ton of stuff at thebettertraders.com, particularly in the club, where you can get access to the TBO indicator by joining the trader tier. Or if you just take 15 minutes to financial freedom, you get a free month trial to the trader tier and everything that's included in the club. But I get it. Some of you might be a crypto cheapo, so you want to start off with the starter tier. It's just $1 a month. Go for it. That's fine. I'm not going to judge you. But there's something in there for everybody. And I also want to direct your attention down below. There are links to sign up for Femex. There's rewards up to 30,000 USDT there. I am doing copy trading. I got stopped out on one Ondo position. I knew the stop loss was too tight, but my other 2 positions are doing pretty well. Actually, 3 positions are doing well. AVAX. Oh, I can't remember the other ones. It's okay. And then also BYDFi. We also have, almost said alerts. We have an offering here of $10,100 in rewards. I am currently working on something that I'm really excited about with BYDFi. It's not ready yet. I'm testing it. So when it's ready, trust me, I'll let you guys know. But you might want to sign up in advance for it. Okay, cool. So let's head back over here to TradingView. I have some picks. You have some picks. As the saying goes, you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. So if you want to pick your friends, as in your favorite charts that you want to look at, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I will be looking at your requests after I cover my charts that I really want to share. Now, first off, BNB. This one actually is consolidating a little bit. Yesterday's RSI reading was up to 84.4, which is massive. Notice that we have an extreme high over here on the 22nd of July, 95.56, the BNB, the CZ. Then we got over here the 21st of September, great song, 88.54, the September. All right, then we got another move up here. I don't think this is necessarily the high, but I will say this. If BNB's daily RSI happens to break above overhead resistance like this, it's going to ascend way higher. But the first target is already right here. It's already plotted at 1538 or so. So just keep that in mind. It's still a massively strong bullish chart. Mantle, speaking of massively bullish, this one just continues to pump. Yesterday, it moved up 17%. So it is up now 42% from the TBO breakouts. I had an automated bot for a Mantle, but because Mantle looks like this on the weekly and it moved above resistance, I was like, cool, I'm out. I'm happy because I made some good money with it. Now, after pushing above resistance, it's up 100%. Am I kicking myself? Just the littlest bit. But you know what? If I'm not satisfied with any amount of profit, I don't even know what I'm doing for my life, right? All right, SPX, great move yesterday. Not only was it a great move, it actually is dancing between the Fibonacci levels, specifically the 0.5 to the 0.618, which is amazing. So bouncing here to here, which is awesome. We have TBO breakouts that are still valid, even though we have a TBT bearish divergence. These are still valid until we get a close long, that blue diamond. On the daily time frame, believe it or not, we have an open long on yesterday's huge move, which is insane. Now, these charts are showing us the inverse of TBO Close long, which are TBO Close shorts. So these are the bearish, actually they're the bullish inverse, but bearish inverse in that they only print when we're in a current open short. That's what that pink triangle is right there, open short, open long. So after we get an open short, the TBO will tell us, we might be flipping bullish whenever we get one of these orange diamonds, which are the close shorts. If we get one of these, okay, that's cool. But if we get two or three or a lot of them, pay attention. Now, I will say Filecoin is massively cursed, but it is printing a lot of these close shorts. It's not really close to support, though. It's like 8% above, but it's good. And we're also, there's another TBT bullish divergence cluster on the weekly. This is just saying that Filecoin should pump. Does it have to? No. But all of the signals are screaming this thing should pump. Will it? I don't know. I hope so. I really do. Cornflakes, CFX did a great move yesterday off of support. We had a TBT bullish divergence on Monday. Yesterday's move, we have a nice bounce off of support right here. And it actually moved up 12%, which is nuts, and a TBO close short on the 4-hour. Charts that just look good. Solana, again, this is what I was saying before. Ethereum did like what, 1.6%, 1.7%. And where's Solana on the day? Solana's up 4% on the day. So it's absolutely slapping and fighting back against Ethereum. Really good move. It still looks bullish. Plasma, this is one that we've been watching. Had a really great bounce off of support here over the weekend, moving up 28%. It's now falling back down to support. The next thing we'll be watching, well, at least I'll be watching, is it going to tag the support line, and will we get another one of these TBO close shorts? Because we have an open short, I would much rather see one of those orange diamonds down here, which would be awesome, and I'll definitely be buying. But the thing is, we're starting to see it's a really, really weak euthanasia coaster, but we're kind of seeing this pattern right now where we have a massive pump. We can kind of do it like this. right? We have a massive move, and then we get the smaller moves and the smaller moves. So hopefully we don't see that, because usually this kind of pattern just goes and it dies. It's dead. So, I mean, we already have the breakout. Yeah, it's already happened. I think it's time to move this up. Hopefully we get a nice push and bounce above and it just sends higher. We'll see. SUI. This one had a nice bounce off of support yesterday. This is previously broken resistance. It bounced off of it. This is the kind of move that we really want to see that would be categorized as a bump and run. A bump and run is when we get a push above resistance and we bounce off of that resistance level, which converts it to support, and then we push up higher. Now, honestly, SUI is in a very, very bad spot because it's showing a lot of weakness because it's not rallying up higher. Not to mention, the cloud is insanely compressed right now. For all of you that have taken the Smarter Trader course, I'll say this much. I am expecting an explosive move from SUI. Do I know which direction? My guess is up, but you can't quote me on that. But it's setting up for a big, big move. Pump. This one, unfortunately, is losing support. After having an incredible rally up here, close to the 272, lost the 1, came back down here, and it established support, which has been pierced multiple days, tested here. Unfortunately, it was really pierced right over here. I feel like this is too cluttered. Let me just take out some of this stuff so it's a little bit easier to see. There we go. So, I mean, I know that the TBO is great. Honestly, it is. But sometimes just using trend lines is just nice and clean and easy to see. The Fibonacci levels give me targets to find support or resistance. That's why I keep it on there. But this also works really well. Now, the good news is that if you're shorting Pump Fund, you're in a good spot right now, because losing this support level is a big deal. Notice that we also have a lower high. So if we're thinking about patterns, so we're seeing a low, we have a lower high, so we should be seeing a lower low. So the next plausible area of support is probably going to be around here, about 0.004, if it has a massive pullback. Now, I will say that because things are really bullish right now in general, I also could see this just absolutely slapping and going up way higher. Why am I using the word slapping so much today? I don't know, but it just slaps today. You know what I mean? You don't, because I don't either. AVAX, we saw this print a TBO close long on Tuesday. Huge pullback. Actually bought the dip and took partial profits on this bounce. And I'll tell you why. This is actually a strategy that I use with the TBO, especially on the 4-hour, which is one of my favorite timeframes because it's fast. So buying here at support, and then I take quick profits right here when the price tags the TBO fast line. So the fast line is this thick line right here. Currently, it's at 29.18. It's this level right there. So this is just a really great strategy that works well on the first bounce, like right there, pop. And sometimes it's going to, go a little bit higher. Maybe we might revisit the low again. But this is a great bounce right here, at least for a 4-5% trade. Aptos, this one, unfortunately, and it's blue because the TBO close long on the daily is still valid. It will be valid until the price tags the fast line, which is currently on the daily at 29. Go away. There we go. 29.85. Aptos, this one has struggled, as I've noted over the last several days, to push above the 236. Yesterday fell 2% or so. On the 4-hour, we know that we've seen lots of these TBT bearish divergences. This is not part of the TBO. This is a different indicator that's available in the Pro tier of the Better Traders Club. But seeing 4 of these is not good. Seeing the price struggle at the 236 is not good. And now we have a confirmed TBO close long. That ain't good either. So while I am bullish on Aptos moving up higher, we are seeing clear signs of weakness. RSI is clearly losing strength. Volume is decreasing. We need to see a miracle pump here. And I'm happy to see that because I didn't sell all of my Aptos right here at 555, but I sold a lot because I've seen this chart. And I've been trading it and holding it for too long that I'd be a fool to not take profits up here just a little bit. Doggy Coin. Doggy Coin is looking okay. it's still struggling to push it above the 618. This is actually one of your guys' requests. I don't really like Doge. Personally, I feel like it's a dead meme coin. No one really cares about it. I mean, let me say it this way. I don't care about it because the volume shows that no one really cares about it. It doesn't do anything. It has no utility. It was just made up as a joke. It's not going to solve any problems. It's the same thing as pump. It's I don't want to say it's garbage, but it just doesn't do anything. But you know what? I could say the same thing about Solana. It really doesn't do anything. It's just a protocol. Or BNB, it's just an exchange coin. Yet they keep going at Mantle. Good grief, look at that 6% on the day. Okay, so Quant. This one continues to struggle at overhead resistance. Is that not wild? I know some of you out there believe that technical analysis is astrology for dudes, but I mean, why is the price just magically staying here and like it can't pass this line? Like, I don't see Gandalf here on the chart saying you shall not pass. I don't, it's kind of crazy how well this works. Now, I've talked about ACT before. ACT 1 is an AI meme coin that is absolute garbage, serves literally no purpose. It's a huge waste of money. It is getting closer to long-term overhead resistance that's been in play forever, since forever. This chart is, honest to God, the worst. But it is starting to show signs that it could have a reversal. Really risky. Please read all of my facial expressions. Okay, you don't even need to be in the FBI to read my facial expressions and interpret them well. Like, it's interesting, but it's scary. Now, Aster is losing support again. You can say TA is astrology for dudes. Sure, man, go for it. Price broke support earlier this morning for me, and now it's continuing to fall. What I'd really like to see personally for Aster next is for it to go back up to test previously broken support, which will confirm it as resistance. Then it dumps down here to $1.51. That's what I'd really like to see. Now on to your requests. Bubble Maps, BMT has a nice TBO Close short. Really big pump yesterday, at least here on this exchange. What is this, Binance? That's insane. So the yellow line here shows us the 30-day moving average of volume, which is about 3.5 mil. And yesterday's volume at 19 million. So we're looking at basically 5. Something a little over 5 times the average. That's crazy. And again, I need this to go up so much higher so I can just take profit and get out of this stupid position because I'm so tired of BMT. Trust Wallet. This is actually a chart I used to trade all the time here on KuCoin. And I'm just a little bit jaded because I stopped trading on KuCoin a long time ago. But this is a chart that I loved to trade because it was just so lucrative. And look at it now. Look at you, Trust Wallet. You're doing a good thing. Good on you. All right, so daily time frame, we have 3 TBO breakouts, super spread out. It is strong bullish. On the 4-hour, it's really bullish. Notice the direction of the slow line here, even though it's the 4-hour, but that's super strong bullish. On the weekly time frame, this is the only thing on the chart that I can say that's bad, is that the price is right now at basically immediate TBO resistance here at about $1.51. And it wicked into this resistance level up here at $1.71. So knowing that Trust Wallet likes to stay down here about 70 or 80 cents, and it's up here, 112%, just keep it in mind. Could it go higher? Sure. But you look at the chart, and we'll just take off the TBO so you can just see the naked chart. I'm going to turn off the lights. Yeah. But look at the price action. It does nothing and then it pumps out of nowhere, does nothing, then it pumps out of nowhere, does nothing, then it pumps out of nowhere, does nothing, then it pumps out of nowhere. So I'm not saying that it should go down, but why would it keep going up? I don't think it's a bad question to ask sometimes. Uniswap, this one has unicorns, so of course it has to be amazing, right? It has 2 TBT bullish divergences on the daily, but it's just boring. Nothing's really happening here with Uniswap. Personally, I don't think there's any real reason for Uniswap to continue thriving because there are too many competitors for decentralized swaps and exchanges and stuff like that. but we do have some bullish signs there. ICE Open Network, again, one of your requests. Never heard of this before on OKX. Great chart for trading. Holy moly. This is an amazing chart, really similar to Trust Wallet because of all the whippiness, and TBO making this too easy. Are you kidding me? Look at this. So if TBO support automatically drawn by the indicator, then we have resistance right here. This first 54%, price comes right back down to support. Even though it loses it, guess what? It pops right up there, not only once, not twice, but 3 times for 43%. There's a reason why I like the TBO indicator so much, guys. It's insane how well it works. Epic. Epic. I can't do it. I need to. Epic. There we go. Epic. Yeah, that's good. Epic. I think I should be the spokesperson for Epic. Has a TBT bullish divergence on Monday, October the 6th. Cool. Volume is really like 4 times the average-ish. But, I mean, votes are down. Votes are looking pretty bad. On the weekly, it's looking rough, but good for trading on the short term. I will say that. And we have TBO Close shorts right there. Could see a nice little 14-15% pump, but it is in bearish consolidation. The only positive thing that I could try to say about this is that it's hugging the slow line right here, which is good. At least it's not dumping and going way below the cloud right here, which would be a sign of being strong bearish, but it's not looking super strong. Peak, which is often requested by a couple of you, which is fine, has its first TBT bearish divergence on the daily time frame. Don't freak out. We have a TBO breakout here on Monday with a local high of 14 cents. The main thing now to watch is RSI and volume. Now, the good news about RSI is that it kind of broke the downtrend here, but we really need to see daily RSI move above this level, which is at 82.52, in order for it to stay strong. The volume has fallen off a lot. You can clearly see that volume is putting in lower highs, even though the moving average is heading up higher. But again, it's just a 30 SMA. So because of all this crazy volume, yeah, it's going to be pumping. The one saving grace that this chart has is bullish momentum in volume. And that's what on-balance volume shows us. It's a great indicator that shows us cumulative volume day over day over day. So when we have lots of green candles with lots of volume, with those green candles, we'll see a huge increase. So you can see here, the reading is 24.56 million, and we shoot up here to 87 million. So that's a ton of volume being pumped into the chart. And the moving average here is helping us to see that even though things are looking maybe short-term bearish, or at least there's like a warning sign right here, it still has momentum in its favor. And the price is still above the cloud, which is a sign of being strong bullish. The only downside is that the slow line is not moving up. It's kind of moving down. We want to see the slow line curl up and move up. That way we know we have a strong bullish uptrend. But we do have a nice bottoming signal here early in September. Now, these last 4, I don't really have anything to say that's positive about them. ENA is in bearish consolidation in the cloud. It doesn't look strong. Volume's fallen off a lot. Ether, this one almost moved above the 618, but it's back inside the cloud. It's looking bearish again. Look at how much volume has dropped off here. Rune, this one is strong bearish below the cloud on the daily time frame and the weekly. It's also bad on the 4-hour. Ondo, this one, it's seen better days. I am expecting it to make a move up here to TBO resistance at $1.09, but it's starting to look like it just doesn't care. It's just oscillating and it's just staying choppy and sideways. And to be honest, that's exactly what the TBO cloud is showing us too. If I hide the price, you can see it right here. The cloud is just kind of just going sideways. Like there's no interest in the price action or the trend right now, which can be great for a ping pong style trade on the 4-hour time frame, but also frustrating because we're just ping ponging. We're not trending in any one direction. So again, guys, head on over to thebettertraders.com. Make sure to click on all the links in the description. And in case you missed it, I made a video talking about my expectations for BNB this year. Again, it's really close to hitting $1,500. Watch this video to learn more about where I think it could go after that. And until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.